Hello there and welcome to ADcraft. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build block by block this fantastic X-Wing design with the S-foils in the attack positions. I've also got a Poe Dameron variant from the new films, and down there we've got the landed variant with the S-foils in their regular positions. So don't go anywhere and let's get on with the video. So these are the materials that you'll need for the S-foil open version. There's a couple more materials that you'll be able to see in the video for the landed version. Start by placing a temporary block where you want this to be in the air, and we're also going to be building the S-foils in attack position X-Wing first and foremost. So what you do is you get that temporary block and you come out to the front with a smooth quartz slab and then a trapdoor. So that opens outwards, and then shift clicking into the front of that we've got another smooth quartz, and then we're going to bring out 3 iron trapdoors out in a line like so, clicking in the right place of course. And then behind this temporary block that we're going to replace in a second, we're actually going to come out by 2 smooth quartz here and an iron trapdoor. And now at this point we can just replace this with an iron trapdoor. So that gives us the length of the body. What we're then going to do next to that is we've got 2 iron trapdoors on either side here, and we've got 2 on either side here as well. And then we simply fill in this gap between them with some of the smooth quartz slabs. So there should be 4 of these that bring us right the way through to the back. And last one. And the next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be adding some of the thruster pods on the sides. So we will start by doing this by placing a blast furnace, and you're going to be placing it against the side of this trapdoor. So on both sides it is level, that's where it needs to fit. And at the front here, coming around with a gap in between, we're going to be placing a smoker. And the smoker goes there. Now next we've got some observers that are going to be placed just against this. You'll need to shift click in and get the right angle, because what we want with these is the arrows to be visible as a decorative touch. So do the same here, and I've actually put that smoker one too far forward. So let's just put the smoker there. And now the final things that we're going to do on this layer are to put some stairs up against the 2 sides here, and take some more iron trapdoors and shift clicking cover the bottom of the smoker and the bottom of the blast furnace. So that from the bottom gives you the underside of the cockpit there. This is going to be an entrance way that you can actually get into the ship itself, and there's going to be a minecart in so you can actually sit in this X-Wing. But yeah, that was the very first stage done. For the next layer of the X-Wing, we're going to come out by placing a quartz block here and come out level with the end of these, and then come out 2 further blocks. Now on the end of this we'll place a redstone block and then a right way up stair. Now we're placing the redstone block so that when we put the iron trapdoors against the side of it, then they actually close. What you can do with this redstone block if you wish, and I'll go into it a bit later, is you can replace that with a lever against the side here, but then you can actually see right the way through if you do that. So the lever itself does work, but then you can actually see through. It depends on whether you want something that's full or not. And on top of the lever, what we're going to be doing is placing some birch trapdoors on the top and bottom here. If I can find the hitbox. Right, okay, like so. Now along the side here we are going to place 3 of the red sandstone walls to bring us 1 in front and level here with a then quartz block there. So that forms it into, as soon as you place that, forms it into a full wall. And in front of this, on each side, we're going to be placing 4 acacia signs, which gives the decorative detail as per the original films. And now what we're going to do is bring back our redstone block here, and we're going to place 2 redstone blocks next to these on either side, so that when we place the iron trapdoors against them, they are closed. And then here we have a quartz block that goes on this side with just a birch trapdoor against it, because we don't want to be able to see the redstone basically coming through the back of the ship. Now what we're going to do there is just place 2 more of these blocks. We are then going to get a blast furnace again and place that here. And what we're going to do now is get quickly a sea lantern. There it is. And that sea lantern's going to give us some light through this hole, and this is where we're going to be placing the minecart in a second. And then, yeah, pretty much you can just fill this up with whatever blocks that you want for this next layer, and that is this part complete, with the exception actually of 2 more things. So where we've got this blast furnace, we're going to place 2 of the grindstones sticking out the back, and those are the actual thrusters on the thruster pods. Now on to the next level. Now to finish off this cockpit section, what we're going to do is we're going to place a rail in here with a minecart on top, and then you might need to open this and come inside so you can actually see the rail and knock that rail out. Now that will then keep that in place, but what you may want to do is then place a trapdoor here so the minecart itself can't move. You can actually get rid of, if you want, a trapdoor underneath, or you can have 2 trapdoors there. If you don't get rid of it though, you can see it when you get into this ship. But now we are going to get some of the glass, and what we're going to do is place that right the way across the top. So we've got 3 glass that go across here, and next to that on either side, level with the ones beneath, we've got an iron trapdoor, and we've got a smooth quartz slab on top. Now we're going to place these in a very particular way. We're going to place 2 stairs this way, which means that when we connect up the 2 stairs on either side, you're going to get this little rounded bit going there, and then we're going to have 1 stair facing the back like so, and we're going to have a diorite wall on either side of this. Now to build the interior section, what we're going to actually be doing is have a blast furnace facing this way, a gap, and then 2 blast furnaces, which will then connect up with the walls, and then we're going to place an anvil in the middle. So this is kind of like the visual engine section. Iron trapdoor goes on top here, and then we have another iron trapdoor on the front here, and then for this section we're going to bring out 2 quartz slabs and 2 iron trapdoors, which gives us the smooth line up to this cockpit area. So if you now go inside like so, you can actually click on this and you can actually sit in your X-Wing. When you do click out, you will come out on top of this block. So again, if it is in the air, you won't necessarily fall to your death. The one downside is that when you do click in like this, because you've got the glass around you, you can't actually close this trapdoor. So there's nothing that you can do about that trapdoor, unfortunately, because your head's in glass, and you can't shift click to get to it by ducking down, because as soon as you shift, you're out of that. But it's just the nature of it, unfortunately. But yeah, really good, so you can actually sit in and ride in your X-Wing. But that is now the next section done. The one thing that you can do is, if you want to have yourself a little droid riding there, controlling things, the thing that I found the best is a soul lantern on top of here. So you have a soul lantern and it gives you that look that you've got the droid there, and also a little bit of lighting as well on top of the ship. So next we'll start building out the side pods and the S-foils. Now building up this, we've got basically a mirror of what we have on the underside. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the smokers and place the smoker on each side like so. Then into the back of the smoker we've got the shift clicking, we've got the observer. Again, if you don't want to use an observer, you can find some other decorative block to do that. And then you've got the blast furnace that goes into the back of that with the 2 of the grindstones on top. And really need to stop doing that. Next, we've got iron trapdoors that go on top of both of these, like so. And we've got, again, shift clicking into the side, we've got right way upstairs. So what that does, if I put that one right way up anyway, at least, is that's the start then of your S-foils separated. I will just later show you a variation of this for the landed and the closed version. But yeah, this gives you the basis here. Now what we're going to do is place it on the top half of this block on both of these sides, and I'll just show you on one side and then you can repeat it on the other side. You're going to place 2 blocks, and if you want, this is where you can choose your own variations. What I'm going to do is actually place some red sandstone in there at the back. Now what we're going to do on top of this block is place out a temporary block and a red sandstone, and same underneath here, like so, and place against that a smooth quartz block, and that brings us out to the start of the guns. And what we're going to do here for these guns is build up a stair either way up and an iron trapdoor on the top and bottom sides, like so. Next, what we're going to do is at the back we're going to place another grindstone, like so, and then using some temporary blocks we're going to just come out by 5 here, and this is so we can place the grindstones in the right orientation, really, and we'll do the same on both of them. 5, and it's for grindstones, and it's also for we're going to be using some end rods. Now if you don't have any end rods, you could use, if you're in 1.16.2, chains going out, but the end rods just give a bit of light and look a little bit better. So first thing we're going to do is knock out this first block, and we're going to place the grindstone against the front here so it's facing that way. Then we're going to leave a block and do the same here on both of them. So we want both of these grindstones to be facing with their wooden legs facing out forward. And then if I just grab an end rod quickly, the end rod then goes, the first one, again you'll have to shift click into the grindstones, just because otherwise you'll open up their mechanism for grinding things down. And then we've got the end rods that are going to go into this final block, and that gives you then your S-foil in the attack position. And then you just do exactly the same on the other side, and that basically gives you, and I'll show you in a second, the finished X-Wing. So now with the default texture pack on, you can see yeah, the textures work really well like this as well. The sandstone's a bit busier, the smooth quartz has got a bit more texture on it rather than being quite so smooth. Aside from that, generally it looks the same. I have got vanilla tweaks on as a pack, which means that the purple is replaced by the grey, which makes this look even better. But yeah, this is the finished X-Wing, and now I will give you a quick run through with the shaders before showing you the landed variation for this. Now looking at this with the shaders on, and this is using BSL as a shader pack, then it just, yeah, it looks really good. If you build this in the end, or even if you build it in the overworld at night, this will look fantastic. Really pleased with how the builds come out. I hope you like it, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you do. But like I said, there are 2 variants that I'm going to show you very quickly in this, not in too much detail, but obviously this is an original series X-Wing, but there is obviously the Poe Dameron version, the black one, which I have also got a version of, and I will also be showing you how to build this as a landed ship. So I'll do that now. With the landed variant, you start in exactly the same way, but this is basically 2 blocks above the ground, so 1.5 blocks before the bottom of this, where before we started placing the smoker level with this. What we're actually going to do is we are going to place the smoker 1 block above that. Now you may need a temporary block to do that, or we can just actually place the block that we're going to be using later, so the smooth quartz block here. Then the smoker goes here level. Now there's a slight difference with the smoke, and I'll just show on one side. Where we had the observer previously, we're actually going to have a redstone block now, and we're then going to have the smoke. Sorry, it's a blast furnace at the back, smoke at the front. We're going to have the smoker there, and on top of this, we're going to just continue as we had previously. So you've got the observer like so, and the smoker at the back. Now the reason that we do it this way is that when we then place the blocks next to it and the blocks above it, like this, we will have a visible redstone block. And what we're going to use that visible block for is to just get the right blocks out. We're going to place a downwards facing piston like so. Now this gives us the landing leg, and to finish that off, you just place a birch sign on the front like this, and it gives you the skid there. And when you do the same on both sides, then it will give you what you need. So basically we're just shifting this bottom wing up one block, but building it in pretty much the same way. The bit at the front that we do slightly differently is we bring out the and we will need smooth quartz. So we bring that out level to this and 2 blocks past again. However, this time we definitely do need to use the lever. And then when we place the iron trapdoors against it here and here, this block is being powered. So in the same way that we did with the other ones, when we come under and we place the piston here, make sure we actually place it downwards, like so, then you've got your skid at the front as well. So when you do that, you just carry on building the front with your nose piece there, like we had all of the other details there. The one other nice little touch is to have, and it needs to not be on because that'll power this trapdoor, is to have a nice lever there just going in, which we can do exactly the same on this side as well. So what we can do is have a lever going from the front, I believe it is here, into this. Actually it's the back, I've just broken that. Put that back. But yeah, it'll be a lever like this, so that you've got that coming through, connecting up, and that gives you the landing gear. And what I'll do is I'll just build up the rest of the cockpit and then show you the variant for the wings. Now the landing gear is if it's landed, but you can have the S-foils in attack or non-attack position in the air as well. But I will just build up the rest of it up to the point where it's ready to show you the wing variant. With the rest of the cockpit and the engine pods built up in exactly the same way, and the minecarts in there as well, we come to the wings. Now, because of the way that you have to do the angles on the S-foils, then the actual X-wings themselves are a lot thinner, but obviously slabs are the only option that we've got there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some trapdoors straight on the outside of this, and we've got a trapdoor on the top and a trapdoor on the bottom. So we're going to come out with the trapdoors there, and we're actually then going to place some acacia trapdoors on the top at least, like so. And then we're going to come out again with some trapdoors, again double trapdoors on the bottom, and then an acacia trapdoor again on the top, and you can place that in any orientation that you like. So that gives the real low profile look of the wings that is more accurate, but again you can't do it with the attack position S-foils. Then on the outside of that, if I place this in the right place, there we go. On both of these we just do exactly the same as we did previously, using the grindstones to come out the back, placing a whole bunch of temporary blocks, 3, 4, 5, and actually we can just use the positions that we need these to be in. So yeah, we'll place them here, and we place our grindstones first, and then we will place our end rods like so, and lastly we place the end rods there, and that gives you the S-foils in the non-attack position. alongside the landed variant of the craft as well. So yeah, that is how you do that. I'll build that up on the other side, and then I'll show you this, and I will also, I'm not going to run through the build for it, but we'll show you the Poe Dameron variant. And this entire world is available for download from my Discord, so do check that out in the description, and then you can come and inspect these in a bit more detail. So here we have the finished landed variant of the X-Wing, and yeah, really like how this one looks as well. You could have lines of these set up, or just one if you wanted, and obviously as with the others you can ride in them. So I'll just go up quickly and show you the Poe Dameron variant up there. And here we have it. So the main difference is a lot of the quartz has been switched out with the black stone. Obviously the dark oak trapdoors have replaced a lot of the iron trapdoors as well, but other than that it's pretty similar. There are just some other touches like the pressure plate from the film and the stone for the cockpit, but on the whole it's the same, and I really like how this one looks as well. It's just a little bit different and complements the normal X-Wings really well, so you could have a whole fleet of these flying about. And of course we've used the regular lantern rather than the Soulfire lantern, just because BB-8's orange and white. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. There is a world download for this world in my Discord, so check out the link in the description beneath. And this world also contains my Millennium Falcon build, which there is also a full tutorial on the channel, and I will put a card in the video as well to show you that. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please do let me know in the comments. I really appreciate reading those and seeing your feedback. Also, hit that like button because it really does help the channel. And above all, make sure that you do subscribe for any future videos. I'm probably going to be doing some more Star Wars themed builds in the not too distant future. So make sure that you hit that notification bell as well to check those out. And with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time on ADcraft.